Call of Duty World War II was Sledgehammer Games' second outing in the Call of Duty franchise, and let's just say it was controversial. Essentially, after 3 years of futuristic exoskeleton COD games, World War II was meant to take the franchise back to its roots. Unfortunately, the game released to only lukewarm reception and was overshadowed significantly by games like Fortnite, which was skyrocketing in popularity. I've had the game in my Steam library for over half a year now, so it's about time I gave it a crack. You will know I can't resist getting that 100% completion, so today I'm going to get all 35 achievements in the Call of Duty World War II campaign. The game begins with us playing as Private Daniels in the Battle of Normandy. The first section of the game is basically just saving Private Ryan, but put into video game form. The landing on the beach was just incredible. It was cinematic, gritty, and incredibly gory. This part was pretty challenging on veteran mode. Bro, what am I even supposed to do? After getting off the beach, we storm the German bunkers, and I get to use a flamethrower, which was fun. Disturbing, but fun. One thing to note about this game is that there is no automatic healing. You have to use medkits to heal, and you have a limited amount. It definitely adds some challenge to the game, and I can't say I'm a fan. After committing a few war crimes, destroying some artillery, and carrying a wounded soldier to safety, we regroup and the mission ends, and I get the achievement Long Way from Texas. In each mission, there are a few heroic actions you can do. These come in the form of either carrying a soldier to safety, saving a soldier about to be killed, or letting the enemy surrender rather than killing them, so I'll be watching out for those. The next mission is set nearly 2 months later. We have to push further inland in hopes of eventually liberating Paris. One thing I will say about this campaign is that it is significantly harder than other Call of Duty games I've played, and this is the 8th one I've done on veteran. Anyhow, we push forward and get to an AA gun where we have to shoot down German aircraft. There is actually an achievement here for shooting down every plane possible, but my dumbass missed it, and it was too late to reset the checkpoint. Later on in the mission, I did get an achievement for saving 5 allies by throwing away a live grenade. Slightly further away from us, another battalion is pinned down, so we are sent in on jeeps to help them out. We decimate the enemy and then set up a perimeter, completing the mission and earning an achievement. In the next mission, we have to capture a church with a high tower so we can lay down cover fire with snipers. During the mission, I got the achievement for spending 3 minutes using the focus ability. If you don't know, focus is an ability where you hold your breath to steady your aim. When we reach the top of the church, we have to use a sniper to cover my friend Zussman and some other guys who are attacking a German stronghold. There is a miscellaneous achievement here for not missing a single shot. I had to reset the checkpoint a couple of times, but I managed to do it, earning the achievement. While we're in the tower, there is a massive explosion and we have to get down before the entire thing crumbles. We just barely survive, and right after is one of the hardest Call of Duty moments ever. You have to hold a position from at least 50 Germans flanking from multiple sides. The game gives you a flamethrower and tells you to use it, but I struggled with this for an hour, and in the end I found it's much easier if you just use an MP40 and grenades. Eventually we defeat the enemies and find Zussman, completing the mission. For the next mission, we have to team up with some French resistance fighters to stop a German train. This mission was pretty easy and I had a good time. It starts out with some stealth before turning into a full-on Michael Bay movie. There's one section where you're in a car chasing down the train, and there's actually an achievement for not hitting a single obstacle. Sadly, I did not manage to get it this time around, but I still got one for completing the mission. In the next mission, we make the final push to liberate France. We start out playing as a lady in the French resistance sneaking into a Nazi base so we can exchange a suitcase with bombs inside. We simply have to stroll through showing people our papers before taking a suitcase filled with explosives from a spy on the inside. We then sneak through a courtyard planting bombs. There was actually an achievement for not getting caught by a German, which I got. After the bombs go off, we go back to playing as Private Daniels, and we just have a big action sequence in the streets of Paris. One thing I'll say is that the music and sound design in this game is on point. As per usual, completing the mission got me an achievement. In the next mission, we have to siege a hotel filled with Germans. In the game, you can ask other soldiers to do stuff for you, like give you medkits, ammo, spot enemies, etc. During the mission, I got Pearson to spot 25 enemies and ALO to call in 10 mortar strikes for 2 achievements. After clearing out the hotel, we find some civilians and we have to rescue them. We do that and then the mission ends. In order to capture a strategic position, we have to push our way through the German armada. At one point, we are going through a forest and get shelled by German artillery. This part really showcased how gruesome and gory this game is. We are separated from the squad and have to sneak past German soldiers who are picking off the wounded. Here, I got an achievement for doing it without getting caught. Anyhow, finishing the mission also got me an achievement. The next mission starts out with us having to cover another soldier while he tries to blow up a bunker. There was an achievement here for getting him up there safely, so I made sure to snag that. After that comes the most ridiculous mission in Call of Duty history. I've beaten 7 Call of Duty campaigns on Veteran, not to mention several Battlefield games on Hardcore. This is by far the most difficult campaign I've ever played. For this section, you have to disable a tank with thermite grenades whilst hordes of enemies fire upon you. Whoever made this game is actually a It took me 2 hours, but eventually I did it. I was relieved, but then Lieutenant Turner got shot in the back. We are being overrun, so he heroically sacrifices himself and covers our escape.
It was an honor. No sacrifice too great. Go.
The next mission is actually pretty rare for a Call of Duty game. We get to pilot planes. If I'm honest, it was pretty boring and the controls felt very clunky. For the rest of the mission on the ground, we just have to protect the tank convoy from enemy troops. Completing the mission got me an achievement. The second to last mission was actually great fun. We get our hands on some intel that a German convoy is coming through, so we set up an ambush. We decimate their forces and then take a truck to infiltrate one of their facilities. Zussman and I have the task of providing sniper cover while Pearson and the boys charge in head on. To get a good sniping position, I had to sneak through the base, and I did it without getting caught, earning an achievement. One cool thing is that some missions have optional objectives. For instance, in this one you can kill the base commander, making the assault slightly easier. There are only a couple of these in the game, but I just think it's really cool when they're there. By the way, you can request health packs from Zussman, and during this mission I got the achievement for requesting 30. At the end of the mission, Zussman gets captured and put on a truck. We chase after him, but we lose him, completing the mission and earning an achievement. When we get back to base, we learn that we are being honorably discharged, but we refuse to leave Zussman behind. We decide to join in with the final assault. This mission was another insanely hard one. You and your fellow men make your way across a bridge while storming guard towers and at one point shooting down planes with an AA gun. During this mission, I got a couple of achievements, one for using 50 smoke grenades and another for getting 15 grenade refills from a guy called Styles. Upon completing the final mission, an epilogue starts, where we see Daniels and the boys searching prison camps and finding Zussman. After that, Daniels goes home to his wife and newborn baby, and 2 achievements pop. One for completing the campaign, and another for completing the campaign on Veteran, which, by the way, was really fucking difficult. After that, I finished off getting all the mementos and performing all of the heroic actions. Luckily, I got most of them on my first playthrough using the guide on Steam. Anyhow, doing that yielded 4 achievements. In the game, there are 3 achievements related to destroying planes and various missions, so I went ahead and did all of them. I then had to complete the driving segment in the SOE mission without hitting any obstacles, keep my tank above 80% health in one section which was super easy on Recruit, and I also had to go back into one of the earlier missions when Turner was still alive so I could request ammo from him 20 times. For the final achievement, I have to go back into the first mission and breach the seawall in less than 2 minutes without taking any damage. Luckily, I can play on Recruit, because if not, this would be near impossible. Alright, and we're starting. So how do I do this without taking any MG fire? And we've already failed. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm not here. I am not here. You have no idea how far away I am. No! Fuck, I was too far to the right. Nope, took an MG fire there. Go, go. Oh, I just took some. Okay, this is the final run. Go, go. Go, go, go. Come on. Oh my god, did I do it? I definitely didn't get hit, so... Where's my achievement? So it turns out for some reason the game bugged there and I didn't get the achievement, so I'll have to do it again. Yep, and now the achievement pops. Okay, great. What the fuck was that before? Why didn't it work before? I did the exact same thing. Alright. There you have it. Now go watch me 100% Mafia 2.